Hi everyone, welcome to my chess career games. My name is James Sawaski and I'm a USCF expert. So I don't really have awesome games to show you. Uh, and, just a little bit about myself. Might be repeating a whole bunch of things throughout the videos. I apologize. But I made it to 2000. I was 40, 44 years old. So it took me a long time. I worked many years and didn't get to play the game full time like I desired. So I never became a professional. Uh, Although I guess getting a 2000 rating is technically a professional because most amateur events you must be lower than 2000, and I did cross that barrier. It was a long road. So my games aren't perfect, and especially these early ones. Uh, um, they're they're ripe with mistakes, but that's what chess is about. Because if two people play perfect, then the game's a draw. So you gotta capitalize on mistakes. This opponent here, this was the Iron River Open. It was at St. Agnes Church, Iron River, back in the school. It was in the spring. The normal tournament directors were not available that day, so my first round opponent, which was video number one, James Faulkner, he tournament directed this tournament, and he did okay, but it was not. I mean, of course, I didn't know what was going on. I was only 13 or possibly just 14 at the time. I believe this was in April, so probably slightly before my birthday. I remember it being spring. Uh, and uh, So we tried to run a Swiss with 5 or 6 people, which just didn't really pan out for anything here. And um, I was 0-2 at this point, and my opponent James Flinders here was a big guy. He was my age, high schooler at the time, and probably about the same age. I probably would have maybe been a freshman in high school here, um, maybe 8th grade. I'm not sure. Not sure exactly. Uh, but I played James Flinders 4 times altogether, and 2 in this tournament, which you'll see in Game 4 here. But Nice guy. I know I have Facebook friendship with him on Facebook, and I believe he's a police officer in Georgia or Atlanta or Georgia. I don't know if it's Atlanta or not, but I think he's doing pretty well. I'm not sure he's involved much in chess. I did get a message from him one day that he was going to do some chess stuff, and I wasn't sure where he was going to go with that. So, but yeah, he was from Iron River, so he knows Riverside Pizza and all that good stuff. So, okay, so here's our first game, and wow, I played a Queen's Gambit. I think Rob Skogman influenced this through uh, high school chess here. Rob played Queen's Gambit, and Rob trounced me a couple times hard with it. And you know the old saying, if you can't beat it, join it. And that I did. And Queen's Gambit accepted. Okay. And at Esky, a lot of Esky players played the Queen's Gambit, and they would play that E4 push right away, uh, and you know, very intent on capturing that pawn now. They didn't leave any chance that they could get back. And so far, so good. And uh, that's a little bit of, it's not a bad move. I think it's a book move even, but well, you'll see what he's up to, and I don't handle it correctly. I'm developing my pieces. And one thing the Esky players did, especially Mr. Olinga, the coach, develop your pieces, develop those pieces fast. I don't know how I lost this knowledge later in life. had to relearn this lesson, but develop your pieces and develop them fast. So you can see that white has a nice center here, and everything's going good with the, everything's controlled. Knights, they cover everything. Everything's it's just beautiful. So very happy with that center, and I'm going to get that pawn back very quick too. E6, okay, and boom. Black's going for what he's going to do here is he's coming after this piece in order to swoop in on this one. There's a tactic there, and it's actually harmless, but when you're a kid, you don't do that. I know I might have done something probably far different if I had even seen the tactic. I wasn't even familiar with it. I didn't know this opening other than the first 5-6 moves, get your pieces developed. I castled, which is actually one of the correct moves. E5 is also considered very good here. To try to hold and just get this pawn structure. It has its own flavor, but I castled, and of course he took. I took back, and he took. And again, from a chess master's point of view, chess master isn't gonna worry about this at all. Matter of fact, he's gonna look at something like bringing the rook over and then getting this pawn up and things like that. Now, and he's totally aware that this is hanging right here, okay? But that's just not a problem for a chess master, which I'm not. But I've studied a lot of chess, and I at least kind of know what they're up to now. But White's activity here is excellent, even though he's down a pawn. Okay, this is kind of one of the more finesses of this kind of opening, which is kind of why I really don't play this opening. I don't really care for these kind of positions. I can play them. I don't mind them, but there's just other things I would like to do, and especially when I open a chess game. And right now I just, So I mean, you got to learn if you're gonna get good at chess. You have to learn all these things, whether you like them or you don't like them. But for some reason, uh, I defended that pawn. I cut my losses and defended it, and my advantage is basically gone. White's not losing or anything like that, but oh man, I see a move like this, and it just hurts. Even uh, uh, Queen C2, would have been an attacking move, so he's just not going to be able to settle. Not going to take that pawn, and then I could just, I could maybe bring this bishop over to like there and start cutting this diagonal down, keeping them from castling and all kinds of crazy things like that. So now there's a lot of things you can do, but I just didn't know these things. I just didn't know these things at this time. So he castled, and okay, now I'll play rook to e1, but it means nothing when the knight can take that bishop. He didn't though, so it shows he was a young man too, and he was uh, learning chess at the time too, and um, uh, I go and I drop a bishop. Amazing. Um, just absolutely amazing. What was I even thinking? I didn't even see it. So you can tell my technical awareness at that time is just not there. I'm just not that good. And okay, sneaky though. Throw in a little checkmate on that little move there. Tricky, you know, thinking that I might get it. And of course, you know, he sees it. And so I bring back the knight. Yeah, you know, probably could have developed a piece or something. So it's probably not a good move. He takes that bishop off. Now, that's a bad move on his part because this square right here, and you're going to see a couple games throughout my career if you follow enough of these videos. You're going to see when that queen gets on that h6 square, oh my goodness, you're probably going to lose. Boy, I've seen it a number of times, and it's happened to me a number of times, and I've gotten it a number of times. And even late in my career, you know, you allow that, and it's like, how does that happen? Crazy. So that's open. Now, did I know that when I took that knight? Probably not. But he makes a move to open his pieces, and I sunk that thing in there right away. So it does show I was checkmate oriented. You know, really what Black needs to try to do here is keep my knight from getting in here, but now I'm going to have this rook lift coming over along those lines there. You know, that's the plan. Now, I can't promise I knew that at that time. I probably didn't, to be honest with you. What I saw was bringing the knight to here and threatening checkmate. I'm sure that's all I saw. But, you know, that's there for the better players to do. And oh my, and there it is. So knight comes in, and the only way you're going to do is you can give up that queen for it. And yeah, here I felt pretty good. Just normal tactics. You know, just keep attacking as much as you can. And that move mystifies me. Wow. Why would I ever make a move like that? Did I not realize that bishops are worth 3 and pawns are worth 1 and rooks are worth 5? I have no clue what I was thinking. None. I'm lucky I could even defend that. And then here I pick it back up because you take, check. And that's all forced. I get that piece back. So now it looks brilliant. You know, I'm up a queen for a rook, and I'm going to be eating some pawns here, and I got the center. Like this good. Took a pawn. Okay, now he's threatening a checkmate here. Okay, he's threatening a checkmate right here. But I say no. But if you'd like to trade some rooks, that'd be fine. And now the pawn starts coming down the middle. And there's problems galore. Yep, it's not going to get stopped now. Pin the rook, push forward, king over, bring the other rook over. This is just all textbook here now. And I'm proud of the 13-year-old me for at least clamping down on this when the position's won. Now my opponent makes a pretty serious error here, and it's going to fall apart on him. And checkmate. So that was round 3. And to continue the story, because I'm going to get to play Mr. Flinders again in round 4, which is just absolutely unheard of. You don't play players twice in a Swiss tournament. You just don't do that. And we did. Only in the Upper Peninsula you play people twice in the same Swiss tournament. Won't happen if I'm a tournament director, but oh well, it makes for good memories anyways. I hope you enjoyed this. Take care.